can become very frustrating. When you find yourself in situations like these is when you could do either one of two things. It could be either to one, alright, let's go. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's Jimmy. So on the previous episode, I talked about how to set up your YouTube channel in 2019 and specifically how I was setting up my YouTube channel. So I talked a lot about camera angles and microphones and a little bit of lighting in my backdrop right here. It's kind of boring. What I want to do is spice it up with a little more industrial design type of feel. Metal pegboards. So this is sheet metal pegboard. I got these red hooks that are just gonna hook onto this. So the contrast of the black and the red, I think it's just gonna be really awesome. So these are the red hooks that I have right here. And essentially what you do is you insert it in just like that. I got my second one right here. I'm gonna be hanging my industrial design tools. First thing I gotta do though is mount these panels of pegboard onto the wall. Alright, so here is a test of what it could possibly look like. Still not done yet. We're gonna need to occupy these areas right here, but so far, I think it looks pretty cool. Focus, focus, focus. Do it, do it. Focus, yes! Yes! Look what came. This is literally the biggest cutting board I've ever bought in my life. It is gray on one side and an off-white on the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the table right behind me so that when I do like maybe sketching videos, this will be just there instead of my glass table. Alright guys, so here is a sneak peek of the next episode, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Hope you're ready for the next episode.
I'm gonna be going into the meat and potatoes of what my channel is all about. This is where we learn about how to become a successful industrial designer. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off this series of videos starting in on designing a product. The very first product I'm gonna be designing is a fan, just a normal plain old air blowing fan to show you guys the process of industrial design, starting from the initial ideation sketching phase all the way up into perhaps prototyping it and 3D printing it. So we'll see how far along we get, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of it. Hey, let's clean this up. Look at that. Ooh. Connor, you gotta go. Maybe I'll try gray first. Actually, since this is folding upwards right now, I'm just gonna put it on the other side so that it flattens up. I still need to buy more of these brackets because I ran out. The bundle pack didn't have enough. Double-sided tape, masking tape, super glues, electrical tape, calipers, my HyperX band. Thought that was fun, just throw it in there. Sharpie marker, X-Acto knife, tools that industrial designers definitely need to have. Full blades, I love OFO blades. Sometimes a lot more than X-Acto knives because they can extend out even further. It's fun to do that clicky sound. You could also store the blade away, whereas I always found that the caps to the X-Acto knives, they always fell off. I hated it. So stupid. I got my very first product. I thought that would be fun to just put on there, be in the background. My Bose speaker, a pair of scissors, a kit of iFixit, and my drafting markers, a lot of drafting pencils, my favorite type of pen, and a big fat Sharpie. Alright, I wanted to talk to you guys about a real world problem that industrial designers have. When you first start off as an industrial designer, maybe you're still a student, your main focus and priority is to improve upon your skills understand what industrial design is all about, and just continue to get better. Eventually, you reach a point where your skills become very good and you're able to pull off a lot of industrial design tasks. You're able to provide really great concepts on a consistent basis. When you reach that point, maybe you're working on a team, maybe you're working in a company and you're working alongside a lot of different people. It's the product managers, it's the UX people, it's the industrial designers. So there's a lot of different people that will throw in their input and you have to work within these constraints. Many times those people can also be your superior. Your superior is a little different in the sense that when they're giving you feedback, they're kind of expecting you to do it and to think that it's a good idea and to execute it for them. Let's say you have done the full-on industrial design development process and you created an awesome looking product. Well, let's say you pitched it to your supervisor or your boss and they said, no, I don't like it. You should change this and change that. And sometimes it's good feedback, but a lot of the times it ruins the essence of the design. It ruins what you were trying to go for. And internally that can become very frustrating. When you find yourself in situations like these is when you could do either one of two things. It could be either to one, do it, or two, convince the person that your idea is better. So there are pros and cons to each path that you decide to take. So if you decide to take the first path, which is just do it, submit it, and get it done, that's obviously the easier path. You know, you don't worry about it, you don't create a struggle, you don't create any kind of tension, you just go ahead and do as they say and you get it done. The issue with this is that you become more of a technician rather than a designer. And the difference is that a technician knows everything that it takes to technically create this product. The problem is that none of the decisions that they make is their own. It's really just, hey, I know how to CAD, tell me what you want and I'll go ahead and make it. You want a square? I'll make a square. You want a sphere? I'll make a sphere. You can be a technician and I feel like that's perfectly fine, but you're never really gonna be making your own decisions. And a lot of the times being a technician is left for the interns. Compared to, say, if you took the second path and you really try to convince your boss or your supervisor that this solution is the right one to take. The problem with this is that it takes a lot of skill to be able to convince someone and to have someone buy into what you want to say. You really got to know what you've been doing, the decisions that you made. You have to have gone through the process and tried out all the best solutions to figure out which one is the one that we should move forward with. You just really got to know why you're doing what you're doing. That alone is a skill in and of itself, and it's something that I've been trying to improve upon. All right, everything looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna do a little more setup here, but for now, it's just a rough start. And look at that, looks so good. If you guys don't know the story about the Magnus, this is a product that I designed in 2018 on a TV show called Driver vs. Driver 2. I was on season 1 and this was season 2. Season 1 I was on a team, and this time around, season 2, I was an individual contestant designing my own golf driver for Wilson Staff. This is the Magnus. I got 3rd place. The benefits of getting 3rd place is you get these full-on titanium prototypes. If you get eliminated earlier on, you will not be able to reach these stages of development. I was able to have my design created in China, where they pretty much made it exactly like a real, official, legit driver. And so you could go ahead and hit these. Wilson was very kind enough to send these over to me. I have 3 other different ones. This is so happened to be my favorite one, so that's the one that's going to be living on the set. Booyah, so good. I'm gonna create a whole video, I feel like, about that, about my experience, about being on the show, designing and competing for $500,000 and $250,000. Good times. Alright guys, that is the end of the episode. As you guys can see, the wall is done. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As you guys saw, I'm going to be jumping right into the industrial design process. I thought, since I'm going to be creating how to make your renders better, how to SolidWorks, how to sketch, I'm going to be making all of these videos anyways, might as well pick a product and go through the process so everything kind of has a continuity and it makes sense. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next week, and I'm super
super excited to actually start in on this very first project. Let's go, guys. Hit that like button if you learned something, you enjoyed the video. This is not only learning, but I hope it's also entertaining for you to watch. Also, leave me a comment down below if there's anything else you'd be interested in seeing, and I'll try to figure out a way to incorporate it into the show. And maybe if you just want to talk, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I read them all, so I'd love to hear from you. Alright guys, my name is Jimmy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.